Hold it out by the corners, right? Yes. Now we're talking. Other way. Nope. It's upside down. There you go. No.
I don't know what's going on.
Alright, you want to...
By the ends?
That's it. That was the way we had it. We had it right.
Yeah.
Corner to corner, right?
Yeah.
These two corners get tucked in here and here. Yeah.
I don't remember you showing me this.
Draping. Now we're draping. Now the drape is good.
So weird.
Well, it's because you got them so close together. Okay, now go back to your towel that you're going to put the loose hair on. Now, since we're actually
Wasn't that like off to the
head,
side?
well, no, it would be cool if you put it right down. Yeah, it doesn't really matter
Right,
100%. But like, because we're shaving the head, I prefer you put it on the back.
Do you leave that just like that?
Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah, that's all I'm wondering.
Okay, the reason why is this is not to wipe loose hair on. This is to make endocrines in between his head. So you don't want a bunch of dirty hair on here if I'm going to use this to wipe off his face.
Okay.
Because all I'm going to do is remove shaving cream.
I think that went pretty well.
Yeah.
You can edit most of that out.
No, no, definitely play this. This is going to be a learning experience for you.
You know that?
It's like you're going to edit that out. No, takes it, cuts it, this. If you look, they have a little guard on them. That's a little safety guard. They're so sharp, that little wire that goes around there is going to help hold the blade straight and sharp, and it's also going to help you prevent from cutting somebody. So the way this works is you squeeze this, squeeze the back of this, you slide the blade in, and it's good to go. Alright, so what am I doing right now? Wait, no?
You are
Slashing the scalp.
relubricating.
Forming a lather.
It's not only that, there's another thing that I'm actually doing. I'm feeling around for bumps or abrasions. I'm feeling for areas that I don't think I can shave over, or if I can shave over, or that I want to be careful of. Now, of course, I could have shaved them all the way down with a trimmer. That would have been an extra step. And honestly, I just wanted to show you guys how great these blades work. And why do we have this? Why do we have this?
To wipe his scalp off.
Right, right. I need to make an area where I can begin the shave, which means that I need to create an area where it's nice and smooth for me to be able to grip his scalp, right? So if I go ahead and I grip his scalp and I begin shaving, now I have a nice smooth area that I can work in, and I can hold my thumb here. We'll go ahead and work our way right on down. You can feel it. Before you move forward, you want to feel it. And you want to make sure that right where you're about to shave, right, you can feel it with either finger. I actually like to use this thumb because this thumb I want to keep dry, okay? And I want to move my way down. And it feels like it's pretty good. Like the, how smooth it feels on his head. Like I don't feel like I'm causing him any pain. Am I?
No.
Okay. So in here,
If it doesn't feel smooth, what do you do?
well, then we would have to continue preparing his scalp.
Okay.
Very intrigued. So you notice that I'm around that ear there. I have to work a little bit different, but I don't want to get in the way of the camera. So
smooth.
I want to keep the point of this blade down
Margin.
so that when we cut, right, we want to keep the point of that blade down so that this can actually slide through the hair and slice through the hair rather than scrape, which I will do right here. This is scraping. That's a different story. It doesn't feel as nice, right? Or if I slide properly, it actually cuts through the hair rather than scrapes off the hair. So
you're leading with the blade, the tip of the blade, right?
Yeah, I want
In
to
a
lead with the
way.
tip of the blade. You could lead with the heel of the blade, but basically what you want to be doing is you want to avoid the movements of coming straight down with it. This way. This would be a move that you'd want to avoid, coming down like this. You want to come down on a slight angle, and then you could feel the difference. Like, I know that you guys can't feel it if you're not doing it, but you could feel the difference. So I want to feel around for any bumps or abrasions and make sure that before I go in there, that it's all safe to go in there. So once it is, I know it's good. These blades, super, super sharp. So anything that you shave over, you got to be really careful. Standard is part of, just a normal neck shave.
That's day one.
A little different with this kind of razor. Different ways that you can hold it when you're using these kind of razors. See, I feel like I got like a little bump back here that I got to worry about. But basically from about here down, I can tell that it's pretty clean. It's pretty good. So I don't have to worry too much right there. We just start at the top, keeping it on the angle, and then I can really lead with the tip.
Would you recommend changing those blades during a head shave at all, or are they so sharp that you don't need to?
This blade you would never probably need to, but absolutely, there's a lot of blades out there that are terrible, and you'd probably have to go through 4 or 5, maybe even more
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
during a hair shave. Oh yeah. Like if you were trying to use those normal injectable blades that you guys are using right now, and you try to do that on this,
Are those a lot more expensive than the other ones?
yeah, these are almost $1 a piece.
Oh, okay.
So you got it's a
Yeah.
lot more expensive.
Yeah, they only are like 10 cents each, if that. No, like
And now
Yes,
Matt,
they're
I don't know if you
Cheap,
can,
yeah,
like-
you can get a huge pack of them.
I don't know if you could recognize like how my tension
yeah, that's good.
feels.
It's gonna, it's a hey girl. Candy girl. What are these? These are the ones he's using. These are the ones he's using. The Flayos. $1 each.
This was 15 bucks.
Does it say there's 20 in there or 15?
15.
Or more than $1 each then? $20
Bless
for
you.
that pack. Alright,
So-
so bless
Thank
you.
you. That's it.
Coming up on the spot here where we're gonna have some issues. Let me tip you. Does it hurt your neck to tip you like?
No.
So first, I give myself a little bit of room around it. Travel in an area where I know it's safe. I could remove it for you free of charge. That's about as good as I want to go. I'll go back with the trimmer. I'll clean it up with the electric shaver, and it'll be much safer to do it that way. Yeah. But now we're just able to rock and roll and continue on. There's no other issues right here. other than the normal bumps of his scalp, so just be careful of those.
Yep, yep. Emails, looking at the list. Damn. Maybe he's mad because it didn't work.
Alright, so I could feel like it's actually getting a little bit rough to shave them. Which
Hot
means
towel?
that we could probably do another hot towel. And try to see if I can get it wet again. Might be possible that I might actually have to change the blade even with this one. I've done like full shaves on the head and face with this before though.
Yeah.
I guess everybody's
But
hair
it
texture
does,
is
yeah,
different.
that requires the how their hair is.
It's just really thick in some spots.
Derbies.
Actually, that'd be a good example. Someone load up one of your other straight razors with a derby in it or something.
Oh, mine's in the closet over there.
And get your stuff?
What?
Get your stuff?
Yeah, but I don't have a straight razor.
Is there no keys for the closet in?
Give it to us yet.
It's open.
Yes.
Now what does he have to?
I think
Kind of like
a
alien.
little baby to the doctors. And I didn't feel like it.
Can you get me a new
Yeah.
Alright, let's go over here. Kind of slow, so mop it. And then,
Excuse me.
actually,
She got 4 shots.
I'm gonna blow dry it.
Starting to feel a little bit rough, buddy.
Let's think about sitting under the dryer.
You feel okay?
Alright.
You go, sir. Fried down organs. That's all.
Now, have you noticed like his grains sort of growing this way on this side? You see it kind of coming down this way. Like I'd actually really like to be standing on the other side of this camera, except for I'm in the way of the camera, of course.
It's right here. If you want it. It's fine.
Huh?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just switch to this injectable for a second, just see if you could feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
How's this feel
Rougher.
compared to this?
That's smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think obviously it's not even a question about like which one is smoother. I mean, obviously these ones cost a lot of money and they're going to provide you a better shave. It's really a good idea, like in your shop, to make sure that you have the right equipment for doing the right kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like having that injectable blade and using that instead of using this is going to cause your client discomfort. If he feels discomfort, what are the odds that he's ever going to come back for a shave again?
Mm.
They're very low.
Yeah. But why wouldn't you want to use this type of razor when you're doing this? I understand the other ones for like, doing the edges or,
Exactly.
for this, I think you should definitely have those.
Yeah, you got to have the right tool
Yeah.
for the right job, basically.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, I like using a backhand stroke. It's like my favorite. Just a personal preference. You don't have to do it this way. You can do it any way you want. Plus, I think it'll show better for the camera. And that, see if I stand right like that, I'm right in the way of the camera. With the Japanese style blade, this is also a common way. This would be like totally against the rules with your other style of blades. You would never want to be doing that. Because pushing the hair like this without properly holding it, without knowing what you're doing, could cause the skin to fold easy. If the skin folds, you're going to touch him at more than 90 degrees. It's like basically you're not going to cut him unless this is 90 degrees to his scalp. But it doesn't have to be 90 degrees because if the skin folds up over top of this razor, that creates that 90 degree touch and that creates that issue. But it feels pretty good on the top, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It feels super sharp, still feels super smooth. I'm just able to...
But you're still cutting it no matter where you go with an angle.
Yeah, as long as you got the angle good, you're not going to have an issue. So now that I'm getting close to that little area, I just want to be careful right in here. It actually looks smooth enough that I could probably shave over it. Now obviously this would be something you wouldn't be able to do if you were using like say a Bic razor.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to just shave right over it. But because that takes away all your ability to do your tension good. For another hot towel. If one of you guys could grab me a hot towel out of the case there. And like being that you just shaved the head, you actually don't want this towel to be hot, so I'm gonna cool this. It doesn't feel good to have a hot towel on a shaved head because this head's sort of raw. So really all I want to do with this,
The bowl here?
cool it down.
Careful with that.
And I just want to clean them off. This will clean off all the loose hair. This will save you the trouble of,
Oh, yeah.
after you clean off all the loose hair and stuff, now you can kind of go back through with your hands. And you can sort of feel if you missed any areas. And for the most part, I'm good, but I can tell that like some of this hair that's actually growing out of this forehead, it's like the vellus hair. There's just a couple little areas there that I can go back through. But if you feel anything, sticking up or whatever, now would be the time to address it. Just run over any of those areas that had the bumps and abrasions in there. I just run this, it's smooth, it doesn't hurt, just run this over the head and just make sure that you didn't miss anything. And sometimes this machine will actually cut closer than a straight razor because it cuts against the grain. So like when I'm moving in here, I'm able to run right over that spot without fear of cutting him or hurting him. In that little area that I had to shave around and I had to be careful, I want to get that all the way down to nothing.
Did you feel that, Matt?
No.
So you went over the bump, Eddie?
Yeah,
With that?
yeah. This is the creme de la creme. All right? We're not talking about like some wing ding shaver here. We're talking about the best shaver in the business. Wrong serious.
I need to get that, man.
And now, a word from our sponsors. We don't have any sponsors, okay? This is just me trying to make a difference. I make all the videos, I edit them, I shoot them, I film them. I got all the cameras, the equipment, computers, and it's all very expensive to make these YouTube videos. Okay, anybody who's interested in checking out some of the tools that I use, like this is my total favorite setup. It's battle tested. I've used it for many years. Most of the stuff here has been here for a long time and it works excellent. Go ahead and click that link in the drop down below and you can check those out. And I finally got some merch up on the channel, and if you decide to scoop one, it really helps the channel out. If this channel helps you out and you want to support it and you want to see more of it, anything you do like that will really help me out. And also I want to do more product giveaways and stuff like that, but it's expensive, and I left a link to my PayPal email down below. If you guys kick in a little donation, we're gonna start getting in some of this. I can start giving away more clippers and I can start doing some more things. You find it in your heart to throw even just as little as $1 or $2, it could go a long way to getting some of these clippers in some of these people's hands that might need them, and I can continue to do this for more people.
Ooh, nice.
No, it doesn't hurt. This one actually feels really good.
Yeah.
I didn't put the
I
harsh.
usually-
I didn't put the harsh aftershave on
No, I'm
yet.
right now I'm a barber, so.
Just a barber.
How's that feel, buddy?
That's
Feel a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm gonna put.
Ooh, very nice. Is that the
Now I'm gonna put the aftershave that's actually gonna burn him. Before you do that, put a towel around your neck here and be ready to use it. I'm gonna apply it to my hands. Emulsify the product, and then it's gonna cook them. Alright, so it's definitely burning a little bit. He's feeling it. Why do I have this? Because I'm actually gonna use the old school barbering technique, create the fan. And how's that feel, dude?
Good.
Feel like you're sticking your head in the freezer, right? You can also use this technique when you shave a face. When you're done shaving the face, you go ahead and fan them down. And that's it. Alright. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in another video soon. Peace. Now, normally, when you begin a neck shave, what side do you start on?
If you're right-handed, right hand side.
Good answer. Okay, so you would start on the right side, Burn. You go here, you go around the ear. I already did that. So your next move is here, and you're going to work your way around. You're going to use the backhand stroke on the other side. Reverse backhand.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Which is the only.
Yeah.
So remember, we talk about this. You're leading with the tip. Alright? That's better. But you don't want to be scraping the hair off. You want to be coming, yeah, that's better. If you're coming straight down like that, you want to try to do it more like this. Let me show you. So when you put it in here, it's like this. Not here, like this, it's more like this. So when it comes down, it can slice through the hair. Hey dude, can you man that camera a little bit? You gotta move around. Just so you can see what you're doing.
Just like move the whole
You can
thing.
probably
Yeah,
go
just
through
move
the
the
hair
whole thing. If you
firmly.
want, like, you probably should come like right on this side.
You could probably go a little harder.
I know.
You're real soft.
See, if you use shaving cream, all these vellus hairs, they're like really, really light, hard to see hair. They'll come off a lot easier.
Come on.
Yeah, you might want to put like a little, even here, use this, use this. Yeah, a little something on there. So like, try not to film her back. Try to get it so at least you're seeing the razor. So if you got to move all the way over here or something like that.
Yeah, she was doing that side, so I had it right here so that they could see.
Here you go, man. I moved the chair out of the way for you.
Don't keep shaving over the same spot either, because you're gonna give them razor burn. That's better. See how you're keeping it at an angle now? That's much better. Oh, we got a little cut there. On the side.
I'm from that.
Look, mistakes happen.
I don't feel it. You mix it.
Then it never happened.
That's right.
Like little nicks like that and stuff like that, that's gonna happen. That's why it's important you change your blade every time and you keep everything clean. So that in the event that this does happen, no one's at risk. Neither you nor him. Now, being that you cut him, I would tell you to change the blade now, because if you cut yourself, then you guys are, basically becoming blood
Can you
brothers.
use highlights again?
So we don't want to do that. So if you cut somebody, change the blade, put a new one in, keep it going. Now on this side, you're gonna find it actually easy to shave regular, so keep using your freehand stroke. But I want you to attempt a backhand stroke here, because normally you would have like a neckline that you're trying to stay to, like let's say the back of his hair was round or square,
You have to
rounded.
come in like that.
Right, so then you'd have to come in with your reverse backhand, which it only happens during a neck shave, not during an actual haircut. You
This
use
is very
backhand
weird.
during your haircut. Yeah, it's gonna feel weird. So go ahead and it'll feel weird till you start doing it. So go ahead. Careful. Alright, we want to have it so it's angled more like this, and you can sort of hold it so it's like that.
That's better. Nice. Really good. All right, that's good. That's good. Good.
Can I switch back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted you to try it once. You did awesome.
Thank you.
Nice job.